The initial success of any online business comes down to answering two questions. What are you trying to sell, and who are you trying to sell to? And that's because the niche that you choose is really what's going to be driving your entire enterprise. And so how specific you can be is really what's going to be the secret to success. Which makes you wonder, could anything be a niche or not? What's going on, folks? It's Talish here from Printify, and I'm here with my favorite POD expert and yours, Leah.
Hello.
And today we're going to be taking a look at some unusual POD niches to see if Leah can figure out what they are, while at the same time throwing her for a loop by adding some meme text that we've generated into niches to see if she can tell the difference. How you feeling about this one?
I have no idea what to expect, but I'm ready.
Well, we're definitely going to make her earn that expert title today. And if you'd like to be an expert of your own, the first thing that you got to do is subscribe to Printify. Okay, our first t-shirt of the day is this one. It's Guinea Bee a Good Week. Now, if you don't know anything about Leah at all just yet, you have to know that there's nothing that this girl loves more than a good pun. But the real question is here, is this a niche or is this a meme?
This is so tough already.
It's tough because it feels like it could go both ways here.
Right,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure I understand the weak part with
Yeah.
the H in there. So I'm gonna say it's not a niche.
Really?
Yes.
Just because of that H. The H
Yes,
is the
it's really
thing.
throwing me off. I can't believe it's real.
Okay, we're off to a great start because that is actually a niche.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
If-
okay.
If you didn't know guinea pigs could be a niche, well, now you know that there is a marketable need for that. But it just goes to show that like the person who made this obviously loves guinea pigs. And that's how really you should start with a niche, by choosing what you love and then narrowing it down to something specific that only you can cater to. So sure, guinea pigs in general, but I mean here you got a guinea pig, he's doing the dab, he's wheezing, hence the WH weak combo in there.
That's what I was wondering, like why the H in the week? I thought maybe some AI just got confused or some like slang that I don't understand these days. I don't know.
I think the guinea pigs, they're just always out of breath, it seems. You know, they're like wheezing. It's gonna be a good week. On to the next one. All right, so this game is going great for me so far. Maybe not for Leah, but I'm gonna support you either way. Take a look at this one and let me know what you think. Is this a niche or not?
Welcome to our ool. Notice there's no P in it. Let's keep it
This is obviously a message that some people need to hear.
I mean, while I totally agree with it,
As you should.
again, I feel like there can be a niche for anything, but would a swimmer want this? Or
That's actually a very good point. Who would wear this, right? What's the niche that you're trying to sell to here? That's a good point, yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a meme.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're 100% right. That is actually a meme. We had this designed into a t-shirt. But hey, that doesn't mean that one day this can't be a niche. Obviously, the first thing that you should think about when you have a niche is there a marketable need for it? There's a great phrase that goes, necessity is the mother of invention. We want things because we need them. That's how we find them, first of all. So as of this taping, I can't promise you whether or not this is an actual t-shirt that exists out there, but if it is, you're on the right track. Thank you for choosing that niche.
I do hope this doesn't become a needed niche though, that we have to constantly tell people not to pee in pools.
Just don't do it.
Just
don't do it.
Don't do it.
All right, Leah, you're 1 for 2 right now, which is a pretty strong start. But let's see how you fare with this one. What do you think about this? Waffles are just pancakes with abs. Is this a niche or is this a meme?
I'm gonna have to say, because it's breakfast foods related, it's gotta be a niche. Who doesn't love breakfast foods?
It's actually a pretty strong guess. But it's actually a meme that we had designed into a t-shirt. And to be honest with you, if I hadn't seen this before, I would have said the same thing because the design work is so good on this.
Here I see a really good example of cross-niching. You've got the abs, you got some fitness in
Right.
there. With breakfast foods, it's the most important meal of the day, maybe it's protein, and I think it could be a niche.
Leah just discovered her next $1 million idea right now. Yeah. Start your store, breakfast and fitness.
Actually though, not breakfast in bed, but breakfast and fitness.
So on to our next t-shirt, Leah. Already a good response. I knew you'd love this one for sure. Shut your cornhole. Who doesn't love a good game of cornhole?
I love cornhole. I think it's so fun.
Really?
This is 100% a niche.
Yeah?
Absolutely, yes. And there's a huge, I mean, they have like tournaments for it. Come on, how can it not be a niche?
Wow, yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head. This is absolutely a niche right there. It's funny that you say that because I was thinking about one of the things that makes niches successful is how exclusive they are, right? If you're sharing a niche with another person, that's more competition, you're not that exclusive, and that means you can't do things like perhaps pricing your products a little higher because you have other places where you can go to kind of buy the same product. But I've never heard of a cornhole tournament before.
I think, it started off as one of those like yard games and,
Right.
you're having a barbecue or something, drinking a few beers, playing cornhole. And of course, as people do, we take it to the next level with competition. Obviously, there's gonna be tournaments, so.
Since you love cornhole that much, would you buy this t-shirt?
Maybe.
This is our last t-shirt, and the question, you know what it is by now, is it a niche or is it a meme?
Don't even ask. I can't. It's tax season. My life will resume after April. Oh my gosh.
This is a tough one, I have to admit.
I'm not even like a tax person and I can relate. I get such a headache doing taxes. Who would want this to be a niche? Who would enjoy taxes?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna give it away if I say anything.
I'm gonna have to say it's a niche because there are those people, their job is taxes. They weirdly like it for some reason, and weird niches make money.
I hate to say it, bro, but you got it. That is actually a niche. You would be surprised, but tax season is apparently a niche. You can buy this t-shirt online. And what this really speaks to is exactly what you were saying, is that what makes a niche is something that has a relevancy to a few amount of people. All of us have had to go through tax season at one point or another. I'm sure for some people it's more difficult than others. But really, at the end of the day, it's all about jumping in at the right time with the right trend. At any other time of the year, if I was to try to sell you this t-shirt, I don't think any of us would buy it. But say, if I was maybe having a particularly hard tax season and I really wanted to, bring this to the barbecue to make some people laugh, why not, right? I mean, it made us laugh, so it's really just about picking up on the right trends at the right time and really making a niche that's all your own.
If I was a tax consultant, I would put this like on a poster and then just put it outside my office door during that season.
This should be your uniform, come on.
Or like a nice little visor. Just don't even ask. Tax season.
Well, Leah, thank you so much for playing this game with us today. How do you feel about adding the ability to recognize weird POD niches to your resume?
I think it is a solid point to have. Thank you for having me. I learned something. It was really fun.
Well, that's all that counts. And if you would like to add this and many other skills to your POD resume, first thing you gotta do is subscribe to Printify, like this video, and as usual, if you have any comments for Leah or I, leave them down below.